Hey guys, Karina here again. Here's some tips when you're troubleshooting your oxygen cage.
Alright guys, so we're going to try to make a fake leak in our cage. So if your oxygen percentage is not climbing to where you want it to be, this cage is going to be going up to 40%. If it tends to start to drop, let's see if we can make it drop. It's just going to fly now. There it goes. We're going to do a really exaggerated leak. So if your oxygen isn't holding, your percentage isn't holding to where it's supposed to be, or it suddenly starts to drop, you may have a leak in your cage or your chamber. So steps you want to take to try to make sure that everything is sealed appropriately. You want to make sure that your cage door, the B door, is actually closed and latched tightly. If it's not latched tightly and not closed, it doesn't form a correct seal and it will leak. Obviously, you're going to leak here with your changing of your soda line. So you want to make sure that when you take your tray out, you grab your tray out and you close this door again while you change out your soda Zorb. So your patient still has some oxygen and you're not taking everything away. So we're going to make sure that this door is latched to keep our oxygen percentage high. Another common problem is you have to make sure all the holes of the oxygen cage are closed or, sealed up. So you want to make sure that your red or black caps are on all these holes. If for some reason they're missing, you're going to have a decrease in your oxygen percentage. The other problem is your portholes. If these accidentally slip open, sometimes I do it on the bottom cages. I hit them with my leg if I'm working on the patient above. Your oxygen will obviously drop. Or if you don't have a thorough seal on your actual cage door. So if your stripping is missing, you will have a leak on your cage door as well. So we want to make sure that everything is nice and tight. All your doors are closed, all your levers are latched, and that your B door is closed and locked, secured as well. The other thing is, the problem is the humidity. So your chamber humidity is usually due to water buildup, condensation from your animal breathing. Basically, you don't want to keep your cage on dehumidify because then it freezes up your condenser. If your humidity is climbing, what you want to do is open up your B door. This is your compressor, so this is what gets cool to keep everything inside the cage cool. You're going to want to take your hand or a towel. Just be careful because there is a temperature meter in here. But you're basically going to want to bang out the condenser all the way to the back to have the water drip into your tray. You can do that a couple of times. Make sure you kind of try to use a towel to absorb it. And then your humidity should fix itself. And that way you don't have to keep your cage on dehumidify because it'll freeze up your compressor. If it's still a problem, you can take the animal and try to switch cages because then your condenser may be frozen and you may have to defrost it. So defrosting it, you just have to basically keep this door cracked. You're going to want to turn off your oxygen and then you're going to want to set it to heat only. So you're going to hit your climate control. You're going to change your temperature to 90. Oops. Well, you're going to go to heat since it decided to offer that to me. You're going to change it to 90, hit enter. You're going to go to your climate control and put heat only. You're then going to want to crack your doors so it doesn't get too hot. And then that should give it about like a half an hour or so, and that should probably clear up your humidity problem, and that will defrost your condenser for you. So if you're also still having oxygen problems and your percentage still is not holding, or it still says it's a low percentage and say you're set to 40 but it's still showing you 23, you're going to have to shut your cage down, open all your doors for about 15 minutes to let everything recalibrate itself, and then go through the entire process of recalibrating your cage from square one all over again. From turning on the flow sensor all the way through to keep making sure that you don't have any leaks in your cage.